Welcome everybody. This is going to be our video for properties of a parabola homework review, and this one we're going to be going over different aspects. So one of the things I want you to be able to do is to see how some of these problems are done and then be able to take the reins from there and try them out yourself, because the technique is basically the same even though the numbers are a little different though. So remember that you're watching this hopefully to be able to see how to find the answer for each one, not so to get an answer, because answers mean nothing without the work. So, okay, and hopefully you'll find this video helpful. If you do, please give it a like, and look forward to hopefully you guys subscribe if you have not done so already. Okay, everybody. So the question number one here for our first homework review is going to be identify the vertex of each. Now, to identify the vertex, what we want to do is we could factor, but I like using the old-fashioned axis of symmetry. And our axis of symmetry formula is x equals negative b over 2a. We've talked about this in class and all, and so we identify in this case our a values are 1 for this one, for the first one y equals x squared plus 16 plus 64, b equals 16, and c equals 64. And so for our formula, we're using b and a, so we're going to fill this in here for negative 16 over 2 times 1. That gives us negative 16 over 2, and we get negative 8. So our axis of symmetry is equal to x equals negative 8. Now, that's the first part. So you want to first find the axis of symmetry, and then once we find the axis of symmetry value, which is the x value, we're going to plug this back into our function to find the maximum value for y. So y is equal to negative 8 squared plus 16 times negative 8 plus 64. All right, so negative 8 squared 64. Now, negative 8 times 16, well, 8 times 16 is 80 plus 48 is 128, so minus 128. And if you add 64, well, the interesting part is 64 minus 128 is negative 64 plus 64. We'll get 0. So the matching y value, it'll be 0. So our vertex will be, in this case, negative 8, comma 0. Vertex also known as the turning point. Okay? Now we'll do this again for another problem. In this case, we'll see here the difference is that our a value is negative 1, our b value is positive 18, and our c value is negative 75. And so again, we're going to use our axis of symmetry. X is equal to negative b over 2a. Again, we talked about axis of symmetry being that line that divides the parabola in half. It is a line of symmetry or line of reflection, where in this case the two sides on either side of the axis of symmetry will be exactly the same shape, kind of fold on top of each other. And so here we go, we get negative 18 over 2 times negative 1. And so here we get neg 18 over neg 2 gives us positive 9. So our x value is going to be 9. All right, so from here, what we're going to do is we're going to now find the matching y value. And so we plug in for y, negative 9. Now keep in mind, it's negative parenthesis 9 squared. So if you enter the calculator, or as you do this, I always like writing out the numbers in parentheses, because just in case those pesky negative numbers come in. So, okay, so we have 9 squared 81 times the negative is negative 81. Now, 18 times 9 is going to be, and this is 90 plus 72 is 162. So plus 162 minus 75. And so negative 81 plus 162 is going to be, well, just positive 81 minus 75. 81 minus 75, I think that's going to be, in this case, 6. So our matching y value is 6. Therefore, the vertex in this situation will be 9, comma 6. Now, what happens to get a fraction? don't worry. All right. I would recommend in this case that if you get a repeating decimal, change it to a fraction, and you just plug that fraction into your formula, as you're typing to calculate and that'll be totally good. All right. I recommend any repeating decimal rewritten as a fraction. If, however, you get a decimal that's not repeating, you don't have to round off anything. All right. It's not too long. Definitely you can use that in this case. So that's up to you. All right. So this is basically how to find the vertex. Axis symmetry first, which is the x value, and then you plug into the y value. In this case, find matching y value for the function, and that will give you your vertex. Okay, this will be the end of part 1 of our properties of a parabola review, and I hope you guys find this helpful, and I look forward to seeing you next video. Please leave any questions or comments in the comment section below, and of course, give this video a like. Really appreciate it and all. Okay, take care. See you next video.